Hey, and welcome to Inside the Circuit, the show that brings you all the latest news and insights from the world of Roborace, tech, and auto. I'm Safin Praval, coming to you live from the Central Coast of California with a sneak preview of Mission 4, taking place next week at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, currently home to Roborace. For regular viewers, hey, you may have noticed I'm not in the studio today. Well, I am in the studio. I'm in my home studio. It's being totally packed down in LA right now, preparing for the next race. So I'm coming to you from the comfort of my own home. Hope you guys don't mind. And for those of you who are new to Roborace, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. First up, make sure you comment and ask any questions you may have in the Twitch chat room. Our Roborace crew are always happy and love to read your stuff, good and bad. Awesome, thanks. So here's what's all about in Roborace. It's basically the world's first all-electric autonomous racing series, currently just beyond the halfway point through our Season Beta championship. This is an opportunity for teams to compete and try out new things and develop all their tech prior to Season 1. That'll start later this year. After 8 rounds of Season Beta, this is how the championship looks like right now in the standings. SIT have extended their lead at the top of the table, 900 points clear of rival at 4,800 points. And the midfield is pretty tight still, 600 points separating ARG, MIT, and University of Pisa. Carnegie Mellon haven't participated in the last few events, but they still have 1,300 points on the board. And our newest team, Polymove, complete the table at 1,000 points. They started off mid-season, but it was still great start round 7 and 8. I mentioned earlier this year that the Las Vegas Motor Speedway has become home to the Roborace this year. The track is super tricky. I've actually worked there personally on the outfield as a safety worker for the California Superbike School. Super fun track, but it's really complex. It's got 14 turns in this particular configuration with a lot of chicanes. There's not much elevation change, but it's still really challenging for the autonomous robotic racing vehicles. For those who haven't been there before, here's a closer look at the circuit.
Just 15 miles north of the iconic Strip sits the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, a state-of-the-art racetrack that hosts everything from NASCAR to the NHRA World Series, and now Roborace. The Season Beta Championship continues on the outside road course. This 1.8-kilometer track features 14 demanding turns that are sure to push each team to the limit. The start line sits on the track's longest straight, so the teams get an immediate chance to build some speed. Turn 1 is a fast right-hand kink. Turns 2 and 3 are typical of this complex and challenging racetrack, closely packed together alternating turns that will punish any cars that drift offline. Turn 4 is one of the longest on track, a seemingly endless left-hander that requires cars to stay tight to the inside line. Turn 5 is another switchback, this time heading right. The exit of 5 is vital, as it's here where teams can once again build some serious momentum. If the ADS perfectly balances its position and speed, turns 6 and 7 can be taken in almost a straight line. Out wide for turn 8 and hard on the power through 9. Turns 10 and 11 and then 12 and 13 form a tricky complex, rewarding the best line with a high-speed lunge towards turn 14. As the teams exit, they are once again facing the longest straight on track, so it's hard on the power and across the line.
So Season Beta is all about testing. Hope you guys enjoyed that little run through. It's not just for the race teams, but it's also for the broadcast tech. It's an opportunity for us to refine all aspects of the wider championship. The ever-confident Roborace team doesn't shy away from any challenges. So for Mission 3.1, we tried to cover the race from every angle. We did it by ourselves with mixed results, as you saw. This is what went down.
Sorry, it looks like you're about to be blown away, okay?
I mean,
Oh dear, we've lost Corey. Our presenter in Las Vegas has blown off the roof.
For the first time ever in my professional career, we pushed an event back one day. And I've never actually done that before, and I've been working in events for over a decade. So very high profile, high intense, high pressure, high energy events, and this is definitely at the top of the list, you know? Like, we have a lot riding on the success of this. We have a lot of individuals and teams that are putting a lot of energy into this, so we don't ever want to push back. We're constantly trying to reach that goal of achieving what we want to achieve.
The last few days have been pretty rough. We've faced quite a lot of problems with the production side of things. I'm not completely involved in that side of things, but I think there's been some problems with the cameras and camera syncing with the audio as well. So at the moment the calibration seems okay, and I think some of the problems are being resolved now, but the team are working overtime here on site and with the team in Russia, and some in LA and some in Canada and all over the shop. And I think everyone's trying to just hustle down tonight to get everything working to be ready for 8 AM tomorrow morning.
It's been a struggle, to be honest, but we're really pushing through right now. I think that being Roborace as we are right now in our beta testing season, it is test after test after test. We're in R&D right now, full throttle, and there's a lot to unbox with that, especially considering that we run 24/7. You know, there's teams in the UK, there's teams in Russia. I wake up every morning to hundreds of messages and try and get caught up. By the time I go to bed, people are already online, and there's a lot to really kind of take in personally, mentally, professionally as well.
The whole team has been working just crazy hours and crazy hard to kind of pull off this thing, and it's become something that they're all really passionate about. I mean, our head producer here, Andrew Davis, I think left the track, got a haircut at 2 AM in the morning. I think you can only do that in Las Vegas, to be honest with you. You know, and then they're back here at 6 AM this morning, getting cameras calibrated, getting things up and running so that we could test all day today for going live tomorrow. At Roborace, with what we're doing with the Metaverse and everything, it requires a certain type of video production that really a video production company that we can go out and hire just isn't prepared to do. It's nothing they've seen before. It's nothing the world has seen before. So we decided that we have to get good at this and we need to bring it in-house. And it's been a long 3 days getting everything set up, getting cameras calibrated, compiling a bunch of equipment to make this all work. So I'd say, you know, 3 20-hour days in a row, we're almost there.
Featured in that video, Andrew Davis. He's currently out in Las Vegas setting up for Mission 4. Hey, Andrew, how you doing today? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, yeah, hey, thanks for having me. Good to be here. Yep, out in Vegas right now. Been out here for 2 days already, getting ready, set up for the event next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Awesome. I heard you got a haircut at 2 AM. Is that why you're wearing your hat?
Yeah, had to cut it off. It was several weeks of preparation leading up to the event for Mission 3.1, and didn't have a chance till I was here. So figured I'd take the opportunity when I had it at 2 in the morning when I left the track that night.
It's crazy. People are awake at that time. So how do you think it went? How do you think Mission 3.1 went? What was the most challenging part for you?
Yeah, you know, in the end, we pulled it off, and I think we did a great job pulling it off. I think the most challenging part right now with our production is that we are working on a totally new style of production that most people are used to, that I'm certainly used to being in this industry. And the challenging part with that is having everybody really completely remote. There's very few people on site. Only the core team that's here to actually get the event set up in an infrastructure-wise, in terms of signal flow and getting it out to the rest of the world and the rest of our operators remotely. You know, and those operators that are remote are all over the world. So the time zones are continually meshing together, where we're always on the go 24/7, morning, noon, and night. and trying to communicate properly with the teams that are local and abroad is a big challenge.
So you guys have been doing this. It's still pretty new concept, even for you. I mean, and you're working together with all these teams across the world. Have you seen improvements, like evolutions in the processes that you're within the teams behind the scenes?
Yeah, absolutely. Every day is a constant learning experience, and I love being in this type of work environment because it's always a challenge, because I can always learn new things, and this is like full on going to school every morning as well. So we're constantly improving, we're constantly learning new things and new workflows and new equipment, and it's fun. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work, but it's fun in the end, and seeing what we're able to put together, and knowing that I can go into every week. I talk with new partners and new teams, and have the ability to have conversations that I didn't have a week ago. So I like that part about it, and I think our team is doing really great pulling that stuff together.
Awesome. So you had some challenges in round 7. Were you surprised with the results in round 8?
I wouldn't say necessarily surprised. I think that we were satisfied, I guess. We had a lot of challenges, like you mentioned, and we spent a lot of time and efforts and energy to really realize those challenges that we were facing, and being able to overcome those and pull it off.
Awesome. So is there anything you want to say to your team? Like, you must be super proud of them, pulling it together in the end.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all of the people that have worked to get to Roborace to where it is right now have done an incredible job. I know a lot of our contractors, a lot of our team internally, even a lot of people that have just come to site just to witness what we're doing, both here and remotely, are super passionate about what we're doing right now, which is really cool. We're still in beta testing season. We still have tons of things that we're working through, and to have that support continually help us, assist us, wanting to see us be successful, put in energy and effort. I'm really thankful for all the people that have been able to get us to where we're at right now.
It's wonderful. Yeah, it takes a lot of people to make this work. And can you tell us a little bit about how it feels down there on the ground, in Vegas, and the sort of atmosphere before the event?
Yeah, well, right now it's pretty hot out there, and it's still only 10 in the morning. So as we get closer to summer, it's going to keep getting warmer. But it's warm, it's dry, it's windy. But the atmosphere is, everybody's feeling pretty good today. Today's our first real day production-wise on track. So right now I've got a team that's out on the track getting fiber ran, getting cameras set up. We've gone over camera plots extensively. Some of our camera positions are changing for this event, which will be cool. We'll have some new angles, some new shots of the car, a few updates to the Metaverse itself as well, in terms of those positions on the track. But everybody's feeling pretty good right now. The team testing over the last few days, I heard, went pretty well. So right now, yeah, just hitting it hard on the track, getting all the infrastructure up and going, so that we'll have a good few days of infrastructure testing over the next couple days.
Awesome. And then last question for you. So it looks pretty stressful what you do, but I totally get it. It's a passion. The tech is amazing, and it looks like it's just going to get even more so. What do you love about it the most?
Yeah, definitely. I think, going back to what I mentioned before, I love learning new things constantly. I love being in an exciting environment that's ever changing, constantly adapting. We're innovating, we're testing. We are R&D, right? So we're developing a lot of stuff right now. We're not just using traditional signal flows or using traditional knowledge and technology. We're developing all of it as we go, whether it's the vehicles on the track or the tech that we're using around the track, or just the way that we're putting together the full operational operational logistics behind it all is innovative, and I think that's the most exciting part about it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Andrew. Really appreciate you answering all the questions, and that's all we had time for. But yeah, hope to talk to you again soon. Take care. Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or next
Right
week.
on. Thanks up. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Anytime. Yeah, so one of the most unique and cool things about Roborace is the Metaverse. It totally sets Roborace apart from any other electric racing series. It's basically this augmented reality that challenges the robots in real time on the track, as if they weren't challenged enough without, right? So here's a super cool video to explain it all.
In Season Beta, Roborace has the ability to create virtual objects, events, and conditions on track. The teams code the real-life autonomous electric racing car, known as DevBot 2.0, in an attempt to post the fastest time whilst adjusting to these mixed reality elements that are positioned onto the circuit. With sustainability always in mind, Roborace's recycling facility allows the Metaverse objects to be reused in many different ways per event. It all starts before an event when the Roborace team design a mission plan that includes the race format and the visuals of the Metaverse objects. Every mission has a new set of Metaverse elements to keep the teams under pressure. One significant challenge for them is that the object awareness range is only 100 meters. Beyond that, the track appears clear. It is only once the car approaches and triggers the Metaverse that they finally see any object's position and behavior. The self-driving AI then has just seconds to react after the object appears, and mistakes are costly, as each team has only 2 attempts with the DevBot. The first attempt is rarely the fastest, as the AI learns and calculates the most efficient and effective lap route. But that means there's no margin for error come the second and final attempt, as the teams can only hold their breath as the DevBot launches off the line. The teams are able to collect loot objects that can have a positive effect on their lap time, but must be equally careful not to hit any obstacles that will punish them. For spectators and online viewers, this is as close to real-life Mario Kart as you can get.
We're now joined by Yvgeny Istamin, the creator of the Metaverse you just saw. Hey, Yvonne, what's going on?
Hi, Soph, all good. As Andrew mentioned, we are like on the different side of the moon. It's morning on his side, it's night on my side. I'm in Moscow region at the moment. But yeah, we are still working, and basically today is the first deployment day. So I believe we will keep doing this stuff till the Moscow morning. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
I just got my first question for you is like, how did you come up with this Metaverse, and what was your source for inspiration? Wait, let me guess. Mario Kart?
It's not really, and behind me.
Oh, we're having a little bit of tech difficulty, but bear with us.
Can't just
Yeah, sorry guys, we're just having some tech issues, but hopefully we'll be back running smoothly pretty soon. Yeah, hey, Yvonne, can you hear me? Looks like the internet might be struggling a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, he can hear me, but it's very delayed. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So looks like we're plagued by some tech issues again, but hopefully we'll get that running pretty soon.
But I'm doing my best, guys. I'm still here.
Okay, it looks like we got a better feed now, Yvonne. So anyway, let's see if I can get some questions here. So let's see, the metaverse is like evolving super fast. Like we saw it going from like these simple red walls, right, to now all these like crazy creatures in less than 6 months. So what sort of work is involved behind the scenes to get all that kind of progress happening so fast?
Yeah, so basically, honestly, we need to split it's not only the AR stuff that all fit with it. The main and the most complex stuff is happening on the background. So basically, it's a lot of work on doing the connection between all the elements, such as like several racing cars and virtual objects in real time, like with really low latency. So that's what we do. And yes, on the other side, we have so-called representation framework, and this is responsible for the AR and for the quality itself. And basically here we have such things like on the first event at Anglesey, it was really poor. Like the walls you are mentioning, those like dirty red color, and now it's improved a lot. And this is the success of one of our technical partners. They're also from Russia, and they're called Drivecast. They're doing great, and basically they provide us with the opportunity to show this metaverse to the audience. So we create the assets, we push those into their platform site, and basically then the whole magic happens.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm super excited about this tech, and especially to see like when you guys get ghost cars coming in season 4, right? Is that when it's going to be? And what sort of challenges are there involved in making these virtual cars? Season 4, awesome, sweet.
Yeah, so
and is it a step change, or is it going to be like a totally different metaverse, or
that's absolutely, yeah. Basically, that's a huge step. What we do is we enrich our metaverse platform with our own simulator, which enables rendering physics of those ghost cars. So basically, it's not something like pre-recorded and then played during the race. It's a real-time physics rendering based on the autonomous driver, with certain parameters, performance parameters, such as like power limit, speed limit, torque, brake, etc. All the forces that hit the car. So it's pretty much the same as a real physical car. So basically, how this help us? We don't with some like we started playing with some basic objects just to learn our teams to be able to work with Metaverse, and now we are adding like virtual cars, which behaves the same way as the physical cars. So it's our huge step for the multi-agent competition. I mean, multi-agent like multiple vehicles.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Yeah, so could we actually see virtual race teams compete against real cars in the future? Is that one of the goals?
It's an opportunity, and it already exists. Basically, when we create Metaverse as a product, so as a platform, and not only for racing teams and racing cars, but also for like regular automotive companies who wants to just like to save money and time, creating the AI and like challenging it with like lots of different ways. Far faster than the real time it is. So, and doing that, we provide our teams, for example, as of now, we provide our teams with a so-called software in the loop platform, which consists both like race control together with simulator engine. So it allows them to study and to learn how to do the best on their own without going on the track side. So basically, long story short, yes.
Well, I was really curious to see if this, doing this for this virtual space, then you can involve a lot more people and bring the costs down. Is that going to be remove the barrier of entry for new teams and talent?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, now to involve another team, it doesn't take much time and effort. We just provide the documentation and we provide the simulator itself, like the entire one, the Metaverse, and it's quite enough to do the first step. And basically we have like you just need like couple months to learn, and then you are ready to go on the real track.
Wonderful. And,
If you
and
have
one
the
of the things I
professional-
noticed, I was sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. There's a little bit of latency here.
Yeah, sorry.
Sure.
Please go on.
So my next question, though. Thank you. Yeah, so basically, I was watching the feeds from the track, and the camera feeds. Some of them have the Metaverse objects, but some don't. Is there a reason for that, or what's the limitation there?
Actually, yes, it is the reason, and basically it's another limit we are trying to get rid of. Currently, we are capable to do the static frames for the AR. So we can't rotate cameras, we can't use pan, and we can't use tilt, and we can't use zoom. But starting with next mission, not mission 4 that we have like next week, but starting with next mission 5 in June, we will have opportunity to rotate camera. So this will allow us to use all the cameras as the AR cameras. So to enrich with AR all the entire feed, the entire circuit. So because now if we just like place, how many cameras do we use? 12 cameras, and all of them will be static. It will be, really boring.
Well, it's still pretty exciting to see that car out on track. I love seeing it. But just talking about excitement levels, I mean, I think I already know the answer to this question just by talking to you, but what's your excitement level now compared to what it was 8 rounds ago at the beginning?
To be honest, it's the same. Like, it's just different
That's
challenges.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So on the first event, we were passionate, just like, please just work. And now, like, we know it works. Please works perfect. Like, do your best.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. You've really done an amazing job. Thank you, Yvonne, for talking with us today. Really wish you the best of luck next week. And I'll be watching. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Awesome. Pleasure. All right. Well, we're nearly out of time, but I just want to tell you guys where we're at and how to catch all the action for the next mission. That's mission 4, which includes events 9 and 10. Event 9 will be broadcast live from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway this Tuesday, April 20th, from 5:20 p.m. Pacific time. And event 10 will be the following day on Wednesday, April 21st, also at the same time, 5:20 p.m. Pacific. I won't be there for the actual event, bummer, unless they want to send me over there. But yeah, I'll be back for this show next Friday, the April 23rd, to recap some of the behind-the-scenes action. And until then, I really hope you guys all have a great weekend. And don't forget to set a reminder for for mission 4. And you really don't want to miss it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm signing off for now.